Hello and welcome to our broadcast of the UF Homecoming Parade. I'm Gio Lambert.
And I'm Zoe Robinson. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have an amazing show and parade.
Annual University of Florida Homecoming Parade brings generations of...
I am so excited.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be able to have the parade again, especially after not being able to have it last year. It's really important to be able to carry on those Gator traditions.
Absolutely. UF wouldn't be the campus that it is without these long-standing traditions. And with that, we have Elizabeth Velasquez joining us for more on the tradition of homecoming here at UF.
The 99th Annual University of Florida Homecoming Parade brings generations of students, professors, alumni, and fans from around the world together to celebrate Gator Pride. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2020 UF Homecoming Parade was canceled. This year, the UF Homecoming Committee put all their efforts in preparing for the return of the parade. UF Homecoming General Chair Annika Katari says this year's parade's theme is Heart of the Gator Nation.
The Heart of the Gator Nation is really just focused on school spirit and traditions and making sure that we're being true to them.
UF's homecoming tradition began in 1924 and has since left its mark, becoming the largest student-run parade in the nation. University Athletic Association Assistant Coordinator for Accounting Julie Paxton began her studies at UF in 1985.
When I was a student at UF, I attended the parades, always a big to-do, always so much fun. And then I left town, and when I moved back and I had children, I started coming to the parades and bringing the kids every year, and they looked forward to it every single year.
UF Master Lecturer and Hugh Cunningham Professor in Journalism Excellence Mike Foley has been attending UF homecoming parades since 1968 when he began his education at UF.
My wife and I try to make it every year because it's fun, and we get like people watch. But I remember back when I was in school in the late 60s, my then wife worked at the telephone company, which was on University Avenue, and we and a group of her co-workers would get on the roof to watch the parade. It was great. It was the best way to do it.
Foley says he has always wanted to be in the parade. He played in a St. Petersburg country band called Stalled on the Tracks, and the band was once in a UF homecoming parade, but he has never been in a solo act.
I hoped that I'd made it in 2006, 2007 when I was named Teacher of the Year for the university, but I didn't make it that year either, so I guess that'll be on my bucket list before I die.
For Foley, the homecoming parade is a celebration that transcends every possible experience. With more than 120 floats and participants, this year's distinct homecoming parade experience will be nothing less than past parades. From the first annual UF Homecoming Parade to the 99th annual parade, the event leaves its mark on the Gator Nation every year. Elizabeth Velasquez, WUFT News.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Now we head over to Gabriela Villamonte with an update on the route change this year.
Cars go by, so hopefully word will get out.
Regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, Plowd said there will not be any regulations in place.
We're expecting people to use their best judgment and what they're most comfortable with.
Milka explains how she hopes that people will get back into their Gator spirit.
Even after rough times, everyone can come back and pull together and put on a great event again, and just kind of we're all in it together. And also just, really appreciating the parade for what it is, and it's a great tradition.
It being the 99th parade in the city, the event has been done a certain way for a long time. However, the organizers plan for people to be patient, come early, and expect a great time nonetheless. For WUFT, I'm Gabriela Villamonte.
Thanks, Gabriella. Now we turn to Ophelia Jacobson with the latest about how UF has become a top 5 university.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life here at the University of Florida. And students are feeling good after the Gator Nation ranked top 5 among the nation's best public universities this year, according to U.S. News and World Report.
I think that it gives credibility to how hard each of us have worked to get here.
It makes me feel very safe within a learning environment, which I'm not quite used to.
The fact that I got in and I got into a wonderful school, wonderful program, and already made it #1 in my heart.
It's an accomplishment that university officials have had their eyes set on for a while now.
This has been a long time in coming, and it's something that a lot of people, students, faculty, and staff have all worked very hard to reach.
The climb to the top picked up speed after UF made the top 10 list in 2017. That year, UF was tied for number 9. 1 year later, the Gators rose to number 8. In 2019, UF was number 7, then number 6 in 2020, and now in 2021, UF is tied for the number 5 spot in the nation.
There's only one point in the history of a university that you break into the top 5 for the first time, and we've done that. So I just feel fortunate that I'm in my position when that occurs, lucky that it occurred now.
But as always, the Gators aren't finished yet as they continue their commitment to go greater.
One of the things I love about the University of Florida is just that we have a lot of aspirations for the future. We're not satisfied with what we've achieved in the past. We want to do more, we want to be greater.
Now we just need to go for that top 1.
I think the next goal is number 1.
And with this year's homecoming celebration, Fox says the festivities take on a new meaning.
Homecoming is part of that. It's celebrating the university, it's celebrating alumni that come back for homecoming, either for Gator Growl or even for the parade or the football game. It'll be a part of the celebrations this year.
Ophelia Jacobson, WUFT News.
Thank you, Ophelia. Now we're going to head over to Ethan Curtis with an update on sports.
After last week's upset to Kentucky, a homecoming game in front of Gator fans is exactly what this team needs. At times this year, the offense has looked inconsistent, which was the downfall for the Gators a week ago. That and penalties. But with a matchup against the Commodores, the Gators should have plenty of opportunities to get the offense going. Vanderbilt ranked second to last in the SEC, allowing just under 450 yards per game, giving up about 200 yards per game on the ground. On the other side, the Gators continue to run the ball well, leading the conference with just under 300 rush yards per game. Despite some miscues through the air, quarterback Emory Jones is the SEC's 5th leading rusher. On the season, Jones has 5 passing touchdowns versus 6 interceptions, but recognizes that there's still plenty of improvement to go around for him and the team. In spite of last Saturday's loss, he says there's still plenty to play for.
We can do a lot of big things still, and that's all we're trying to do, honestly. Just improve from all the things that we've done bad. Just move on from it and continue to get better week to week.
Even with last week's loss and being heavy favorites, Gator head coach Dan Mullen says there should be no issue in getting his team ready to play at a high level.
Now, I promise you this, it's certainly not hard to get motivated to go play an SEC game. I don't care whether we play on Friday morning at 6 a.m. in the parking lot or we play at noon in the swamp. I don't care. We'll go play. So, there's certainly not going to be any lack of motivation or desire or want to go out and win the game.
Kickoff is set for noon tomorrow. Ethan Curtis, WUFT News. So what do you think the keys to the game are going to be tomorrow?
I think they have to start with the right foot, right? Offensively and defensively. Score some touchdowns and then don't let them score some.
Gotcha. I think it'll also be interesting to see how much Anthony Richardson gets to play. With the game expected to be a blowout, the Gators are actually 39-point favorites. We could see a lot more of him.
Yeah, I think they should be very careful to underestimate, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow.
The Gators are definitely going to have to clean it up. A lot of penalties last week. We'll see how that plays out. Back to you guys.
For a successful game tomorrow, but it's feeling pretty muggy and humid outside. For that, we take with us Ashley Weinstein, UF forecaster, for more on the forecast for today and tomorrow.
It's hot, humid, and muggy out here. The high today is 87 degrees. At the top of the hour, I saw we were at 82 degrees, so we are creeping up to that daytime high. Luckily, the sun did come out for us today for the homecoming parade. And for your homecoming game tomorrow, there is a chance of thunderstorms and showers, but luckily for us, those are quite slight. Tonight, if you're going to Gator Growl, again, there is that chance for storms later this afternoon into early this evening, but luckily Gator Growl is inside this evening. I'm going to leave you guys with the weekend forecast. Temperatures in the mid to high 80s. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ashley. I'm hoping the rain holds out. I don't want to bring my poncho tomorrow, but I think the parade is about to start pretty soon. I am so excited.
So am I. Honestly, I'm excited for all the floats that are going to be coming on, but the one that I'm most excited for is the Florida Museum of Natural History. I love history. I'm a big history buff. But something really interesting about our museum here is that it's actually the largest donations-based museum south of the Smithsonian in D.C., and it's also one of the largest university museums in the nation. What are you most excited for?
That's so cool. I think I'm most excited for is the Toys for Tots Parade. I really love what they stand for. They donate hundreds of millions of Christmas toys for kids in need, and we also might even see a special guest appearance from Santa. So I am so excited, but the parade is just about to kick off. If you are just joining us now, you haven't missed anything. Here we go.
Yeah. I think we're going to see the fire truck first. Yeah, and coming up first, I think we have the fire truck. It's still taking its time. The parade is just about to start here. You haven't missed anything yet. Yeah, I'm super excited, though.
I know, I'm super excited. If you're just tuning in, we haven't started the parade yet. The fire trucks are the first to kick them off. I hear them sounding off in the distance. Can't wait for them to pass by us on 13th Street right here.
Yeah, that's really interesting about the route change, though. I mean, going from university and then changing because of the speed bumps, it's, I mean, what are you going to do, though? You know, it's got to keep the people safe.
And here we join us now. We're going to see a message from Steve Spurrier. Take a look right now.
Hi there, Florida Gators. This is your former head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. I hope you're enjoying the homecoming parade today. I've got many, many fond, great memories of the homecomings when I coached here, especially the Gator Gallop on Friday, about noontime, I think. I ran in just about every one of them. And then also the Gator Growl. But the ball game and the homecoming queen being crowned at halftime is really special. So let's have a wonderful, safe homecoming, and let's make sure we beat that Vanderbilt team, okay? Go Gators.
Yeah, as you just saw, we just have the police motorcycles, and here we have the cheer is about to come up. The cheer team is about to come up for the parade.
Yeah, that was a great kickoff to the parade, and alongside me we have President Fuchs of the University of Florida. President Fuchs, I am honored to have you alongside me today for this parade. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Zoe. Good to see you, Gio.
You too. How are you feeling today?
You know, there's never a better day than a day with a parade.
For sure.
Nothing better.
Definitely. So let's talk about being a top 5 public institution. What were some of the key things that got us there?
It really was just persistent effort and contributions by everyone in the University of Florida community, including those that support us outside the university, like alumni and state legislatures, over many, many years. It was in 1948 when the university first declared that it would become a top 10 university. And here we are today.
Yeah, I mean, so much growth has happened in honestly what feels like such a short amount of time.
It's been such a great achievement, and I know a couple years ago when we first cracked into the top 10, you sent out a tweet on Twitter saying that if we cracked into the top 5, you would ask for a day of celebration. Now I have to ask on behalf of everybody, where are we with that? Give me the update.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody noticed it. I said that I would ask the faculty for a day off of classes so we could celebrate top 5. Well, guess what? You know, the university president can shut down the whole university if there's an emergency. But if it's not an emergency, I got to go ask the faculty. So we're asking the faculty, and we've chosen February 9th. Not this semester, but next semester, so the faculty can plan. And we're going to have a day of celebration. We're going to have a day of gratitude for everybody that's worked so hard in the midst of COVID. Healthcare workers, students, faculty, staff, everybody. And then we'll have a day of reflection on our values, which include excellence, and they include curiosity and commitment to one another. It should be a fun day, and indeed, I believe the faculty will vote for no classes as well.
Man, I am so excited about that.
I'm looking forward to it myself. Thank you for that effort. I appreciate it as a student myself.
Yeah. Do you think we can expect to see any changes on campus coming up?
Well, right now, if you just look physically around the campus, since we're celebrating a homecoming parade, there's actually 1 million square feet of new construction that's taking place, new buildings. We're just about to start the construction of residence halls. We're finishing the data sciences building. We just had yesterday the ribbon cutting on an engineering building. Norman Hall's been renovated as well, so 1 million square feet, a lot of cranes on campus. We're renovating about 300,000 square feet. But I think more important than that, we're growing the faculty in areas such as artificial intelligence by another 100. So it's really important that we have programs and faculty, as well as amazing students, as well as the facilities.
Awesome. Thank you so much, President Fuchs. And I think that it's about to start right behind us here. It's getting really loud.
Love the sirens.
Yeah, definitely. And here behind us we have the cheer team.
Oh, they're on the fire truck.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
They're getting.
Yeah, you guys look at that. They are cheering on top of the ladder. That is really cool.
Yeah, getting the crowd hyped. Yeah, definitely getting the crowd hyped. You can see that everyone's really excited to be here. A lot of people out right now.
Yeah, I would expect it to be a busy day. You know, like we mentioned earlier, we didn't have the parade last year, so everybody is dying to celebrate not only just this day, but UF as a whole, and able to celebrate it, you know, in a little bit of a better time.
Definitely. Well, thank you again for your interview today, Mr.
Thank
President.
you so much, President Fuchs.
Thanks, Gio. Zoe, thank you so much.
Yep, you have a great day.
Hey, Gio and Zoe, we're out here. It's pretty noisy out here with all the fire trucks going behind us. But just over an hour ago, there weren't many cars here on the streets. There were actually people running, and they were participating in the Gator Gallop. It started at 11 a.m. at the Plaza of the Americas. And I have here with me Courtney. She's a freshman at UF studying architecture, and she ran in the Gator Gallop this morning. How was it? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It was just, I think, a little under 2 miles or something like that, so it was pretty nice. I did an Ironman, half Ironman, 2 weeks ago, so it was a nice way to shake out my legs. I haven't done one of these in a long time. My family used to live in Gainesville, and then we moved when I was 6 or so. So that was probably the last time I did one of the Gator Gallops, but when I saw the sign up, I knew I had to do it. And I texted my parents, and I was like, I'm doing the Gator Gallop, and they're like, oh, that's so sad. We remember when you were so little.
Well, obviously, you've grown a lot since you were 6 years old. What does it feel to be participating in such a great homecoming festivity, one of the first of the weekend?
It feels really great. I can't wait for the rest of the events this weekend. I haven't really been a part of this before because it is my first year at UF, so I'm super excited, going to see the game and going to go to Gator Growl tonight. Really excited.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I think the game. Me and my friends really like football, so I think it'll be really fun to watch the game, and just being in the swamp I think is really fun.
And as a freshman, obviously last year things were a little bit different. This is your first year here at UF. To see everything, coming back to normal, how does that feel?
It makes me really excited. I graduated in 2020, so we didn't get a prom or anything like that, but I think all of this kind of makes up for it.
Well, that's just one of the many people that participated in the Gator Gallop this morning. We'll send it back to you, Gio and Zoe, at the desk.
Thank you. And we've heard that there are some people who are throwing items at the floats. Let's maybe try to refrain from doing that.
Yeah, that's not nice, guys. Let's keep it nice. They are putting this parade on not only for all of us at home, but for the city of Gainesville. So this is the parade behind us, and we have an amazing lineup. Looking like we have a couple of different cars, specifically Chuck Brannon.
Oh, and Albert and Alberta. Look at them. Oh, that's
Chuck
a nice
Brannon
car there.
is in the white, what is that, BMW, I think? Yeah, he is a state representative for the state of Florida. Thank you, Chuck Brannon, for being a part of our parade.
Yeah, and Senator Keith Perry's right in front of him in the gray Corvette. Oh, and Yvonne Hinson, she's also a state representative. She's in the gray BMW. Yeah, those are our leaders right there.
Thank you so much. And I am here today with Mrs. Mullen, Coach Dan Mullen's wife. Mrs. Mullen, how do you feel to be here in the 99th annual UF Homecoming Parade?
It's the 99th. I didn't even know that. Love it. So exciting. I think it's great that all of Gainesville's off of school. So my little one is, well, everybody skips school today, right? So instead they just have no school and everyone comes out here, but it's really fun. Our little one is 9, so she needed to see the cheerleaders as you just saw go by, and it's just a great way to kick it off.
And so far, what are you enjoying the most about the parade?
I now get to bring my little girl. So, I used to grow up trying to, watch parades and stuff like that, but I didn't go to a school quite like Florida and as cool as Florida. Just so to see all the pageantry in the SEC and especially at the University of Florida, I mean, nothing's better than being here. So it's just really special to see that and be a part of it.
And looking into tomorrow's game against Vanderbilt, what are you expecting? What are you hoping for? Are you going to be there?
I'm expecting a major win. I'm expecting our official visits that are going to be on campus this week celebrating homecoming with us to have a great time. And one huge, really loud, crazy win. That's what I hope for.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mullen. Thank you. Colors on the parade float, lots of orange and blue, gator chomps all around. And yeah, I'm really loving all of the spirit that I'm seeing with these floats. Coming up behind them is the Gator Band. I can't wait to hear what they are playing, right, Gio?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's that Gator spirit that's going to be going loud and proud.
Yeah, this is the Gator Band dressed in all white, marching, playing traditional Florida Gators songs. Let's listen.
Actually, I think in front here is the ROTC, just walking in formation, and then behind them is the University of Florida Gator Band with our very, very large drum. Wow, that's very, very large.
I love just dancing along to the band. It is just something about hearing this music I feel resonates with any Florida Gator fan, student, alumni. It's just such rooted with deep tradition, and it makes me so happy to hear live and here at home for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. It really is great to be a Florida Gator. I mean, just being able to listen to the music and just really partake in the tradition itself is, I mean, it connects people from years and years, so. That's one thing that you will always have is being a Gator, and that's something to cheer about.
For sure. One of the cool things I really like about the Gator Band is actually how they stay in formation. I know that might sound a little cheesy, but I really do think it is challenging to stay in their perfect lines and stay in uniform on beat. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of focus and the concentration that it takes to be able to play and walk in formation, I can barely clap and walk myself, so that is just so impressive.
Here they are, waving the flags, playing the trumpets, dressed in white, blue, and orange. Look at them go. Sitting here in this booth, I can almost feel the vibration from the drums coming off the street. That just shows you how powerful and in unison they are.
Yeah.
organization on the University of Florida campus, and it has been around since campus actually first opened, and they always are the lead unit in the homecoming parade since its initial beginning.
Yeah, as they deserve to be. It really makes you just want to get up and shout, you know? I mean, it is fantastic to be here.
Yeah, I love kicking off the parade with, you know, all of the fire trucks and the sounds. It's just really, the acoustics are amazing.
Oh, and here right behind them are the Gator Band alumni, so former Gator Band members are just doing the Gator Chomp, getting the crowd hyped and ready as they did in the past.
I'm sure they love to come back and be a part of the Gator Band alumni group. Really probably, you know, is a bit nostalgic for them back in their day, so I'm sure they are having a blast on that float. Look at them waving their pom-poms, getting all into it. Go Gators.
Oh, and right behind them, we have some Gator football players, some Gator, some current Gator players, the Fighting Gator Touchdown Club. Let's hope they can get some touchdowns tomorrow against Vanderbilt, huh?
I know, I'm glad they're on this float, but I'm hoping they'll go practice later on. I'm expecting a win tomorrow. I'm super excited.
Is UF Alumni Association Executive Director Brian Danforth. Now, Brian, you're now the leader of a top 5 University Alumni Association. How can alumni get involved and connect with UF, regardless of age?
Yeah, hi, Alexa. So there's a lot of different ways that alums can get involved with the university and reconnect and engage back with this great university that we love. Couple of ways. You can become an annual or a life member, and some of the benefits of that, you get to come to special events. You get the 4 times a year, the Florida Gator magazine is also offered as well. And then we have over 77 Gator clubs and affiliate groups scattered across the United States, and so chances are there's going to be some Gators in your backyard somewhere.
Now, why is membership and these initiatives so important?
They're important because one way that alums can really help with UF remaining a top 5 university is to give back and support your university, our university. And that's one great way to do that. You can give, doesn't matter the size of the gift, you can give anywhere across the university, but it's just important for our alumni participation rate that every undergraduate Gator gives back on an annual basis.
Now, we got this parade now. Is there anything else going on this weekend for alumni?
Absolutely. So tomorrow, I hope to see all of you over at the Gator Nation tailgate from 9:30 to 11:30 over at Emerson Alumni Hall. Would love to have everybody come out and join us. Live music, face painting, of course food, and if you need to get out of the heat, we have air-conditioned bathrooms as well. So we'd love to have everybody come out.
Well, you heard it. Be there. Back to you guys.
with us in the booth, we have Dean Brown here, the newest dean on campus. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. This is a marvelous day. It's a little bit warm, but it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. How does it feel being the new dean on campus?
Well, everyone is very, very helpful here. This university is an amazing university, and coming here and just getting a start and getting to know everybody has been just really a marvelous experience for me and for my family as well. It's a big change from where I came from, Central New York, where you've got fall leaves and everything right now, and it's like, oh, it's summer here, but the people are as warm as the weather.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely it's very warm, especially today.
What are some of your plans to continue growing the College of Journalism and Communications?
Well, that's a great question. There's a lot that we can do. I mean, we're at a moment, I think, in mass communications where we need to do more around getting people to be able to trust what media people do. And so there's going to be a lot of work around giving people tools and giving people means to better trust what they see and what they hear. And so that's going to be, I think, a challenge. But it's also going to be a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for students, especially to get a sense of what audiences are doing out there, what they're listening to, how they're listening, how we can reach them better, and how we can get them better to trust what media people are doing.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And here behind us, we have the Gainesville High School band. They're in formation as well.
Forward motion in the college. I think that when you look at the kinds of things people are doing to get out there and advance careers and get job day one ready on the job, we're about that at CJC, and you can see examples of that everywhere, just like this. It's really doing some great stuff, and I think the coverage here is a real example of that. The news coverage that happens on our media properties, WUFT, those sorts of things. There's all kinds of really great examples of what the college is doing to get students ready for this medium, for all kinds of media out there, and for the challenges that we have.
Yeah, definitely. As one of those students that's about to graduate, I can definitely say that being in the J School has helped me a ton. I mean, I know that I have a lot of experience going forward, and so I know that we are in good hands with you.
Well, I think you're in good hands with your professors. You're in good hands with the people who are supporting you within the advising environment and all of that in the college. And I think that what we're going to be doing here going forward, and my job as dean, is really to protect the value of the degrees of the students who are graduating. And the way you protect the value of the degree is to continue to improve, continue to build, continue to grow the operation. So that's a big part of what we're doing.
Yeah, and so I understand that you've been on TV before. You've had experience on TV. What was that like?
Yeah, I had about 15 years of television experience, television news experience, experience within public affairs, broadcasting. I was the state government voice for the statewide public television network back in Nebraska, where I grew up. And yeah, that really does help when you take a look at what's going on here. I get into a situation like this, and honestly, I love live television. I always have. It's just a big part of my background. And it also helps to understand what students are going through when that first stand-up is happening, or that first thing, that those jitters. You know, that stuff gets better. Always gets better all the time.
Yeah.
And so getting a sense of that, and also getting students ready, is, you know, my professional background helped me to do that, and it helped me to tell students to not be afraid to walk up to somebody who might be famous, or might be a politician, or might be somebody like that. Don't be intimidated. You have questions to ask. You have a public that you're responsible for in terms of getting them information. So, you know, there's a lot that that background, I think, helps me to see as first an instructor and now as an administrator.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Today is truly a historic day in the history of the University of Florida. We have the privilege of announcing and joyfully celebrating an amazing milestone for our university. Indeed, a milestone that has been generations in the making.
Today, I'm thrilled to tell you that U.S. News and World Report has ranked the University of Florida number 5 among the nation's best public universities. For students, I can tell you this means a lot. Our educational experience will be enhanced. Our degrees will be even more valuable. It will open even more doors for us when we graduate and begin our job searches. And it will create even greater opportunities for us throughout our careers. Because guess what, Gator Nation? Our value as individuals in our respective career fields just went up.
Being a top 5 institution is exciting because it highlights the recognition of the outstanding work, bold vision, and diversity of ideas from our faculty and students. It means greater opportunities for funding to do important research. And I know our efforts to recruit the very best faculty and staff will be even more successful now.
When the University of Florida sets its collective will on a goal, there is no stopping and no turning back. That goal will be reached.
On behalf of the state of Florida, I offer congratulations to the University of Florida for achieving a really significant milestone to be one of the top 5 public universities in this country. And we're also very happy that we not only have a top 5 public university in the state of Florida now, but we have one that's very affordable for Florida families.
So it's great to be a Florida Gator today. What an incredible achievement for the state of Florida. To break the top 5 for the first time in the history of our state is something we are all incredibly proud of.
This is about our kids, it's about our children, and it's about our state. There is no limit to the future of this university.
Success of the University of Florida, it not only elevates the entire state university system, but it elevates the state of Florida.
Big shot, Hyper Gator. Where is University of Florida in ranking?
The University of Florida is now a top 5 public university. Go Gators!
we have the Life South Community Blood truck.
Yeah, such important work that they do. They actually give all of the blood that hospitals get. I mean, we're in a time right now where we really need that. So people are getting sick and getting hurt, and they are donating all of the blood that goes to the hospitals.
Yeah, 100%. And next up we have Krishna. And if you've gone to UF, you know one of the biggest traditions is the Krishna lunch. I have a bit of a confession. I haven't tried it yet myself.
Me neither.
But they've been serving them since 1971. This is the 50th anniversary, right, Gio?
Yeah, it is. And look at all those beautiful colors that they're wearing. Such traditional wear. Yeah, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, like we said. So they're just clearly having a great time. Such beautiful music, such beautiful people, and such delicious food.
I love all of the colors and the culture that is associated with Krishna. Here they are playing some of their music.
Let's take a listen.
Something really cool that I love about their float is looks like kind of like a tent. It's like yellow and red, lots of fun colors, lots of fun decorations. I love to see really cool decorated floats. You can really tell they spent a lot of time and energy, and that is what I love about that.
Yeah, they're clearly very excited to be here. We're excited to see them. I'm looking forward to trying lunch on campus within a couple weeks.
Behind them next is the East Side Band. They are proud to represent in the 2021 parade. They are known as the Rams. The band is led by some senior drum majors, Abigail and Ripley. So thank you guys for queuing up this amazing float and show we have. They are dancing it up along 13th Street. They are having a blast out there. They are dancing in sync. Look at them, Gio.
Yeah, look,
breaking it down.
That's Dance Company. They've been actually serving the community of Gainesville for over 38 years. The company consists of ballet, jazz, and all modern groups. They have approximately 100 members. This is actually their 20th year giving back to the community with those fantastic moves. And now right behind them we have the East Side High School JROTC. Yeah, here's the ROTC from East Side, walking in formation there. Yeah, that team's discipline for sure. Just able to walk in formation like that. Oh, and right behind them is the UF Law. 11 College of Law. And the yellow Corvette that is right in front of them.
That is a really cool cool ride. I'm a little jealous. I'd be love to drive down 13 in that Corvette with the gold.
Yeah,
down
for sure.
windows.
The London College of Law, they received a lot of awards last year. They actually ranked number 6 in public law schools in the United States, and they're the #1 tax program among public law schools in the U.S. They're also the top-ranked law school in Florida, so that's just another way that the Gator tradition is carrying on. It's Gator excellence right there.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously knew we had an outstanding law program, but to have, such high-ranking, programs, it's truly an honor just to have the University of Florida name with it as well. This is the ROTC for UF as well.
Just information. Ooh.
They have
crisp.
a platoon of midshipmen marching right now, as well as Marine options, rucking, and a color guard. Let's listen.
Gio and Zoe. I'm right here with Robert and Ellen Sherwood, who have been coming to the parade for now almost over 20 years. Tell me, guys, how does it feel coming back to Gainesville year after year to watch the parade?
We're always excited to be back here to watch the parade, and especially listen to the bands.
Yeah, the bands are our favorite, including the high school ones. They're usually really good too.
That's amazing. And so where are you guys from? You guys come back to Gainesville? Where do you guys originally come from?
We come from Palmer, Alaska.
And we just got here a week ago and spend the winter here, and we do women's athletics here at the university. So whatever the women are involved in, we're part of their booster club.
That's awesome. And now with you guys coming to the parade year after year, what's your most memorable moment of the UF homecoming parades?
It's got to be the bands. I mean, we just love the bands.
Well, we used to love watching all the floats. They used to make floats, but they don't do that much anymore. But yeah, just the excitement. You don't grow old in a college town, so this is always fun.
That's amazing. And so my next question, with parades, how does it feel being back after last year not having the parade?
We missed it. We missed last year. Yeah, big time last year.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, have fun. All right.
We are with Jade from the Santa Fe Teaching School. Jade, how are you today?
I'm great. It's been a while since I've been out at the zoo, so this is great.
Yeah. We see you have a very, very large friend here. What is his or her name?
This is Bayou. He's definitely not as large as he could be, right? We've definitely seen some bigger ones of these guys.
How many weeks a month is Bayou?
Actually, Bayou's 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's been with us since he was only about 3 months.
When do they usually get like larger in size and full grown?
So they usually start out around 6 inches, and then they can grow up to a foot a year. It just kind of depends on where they're living and what their environment's like.
How long can they live for?
They can live a really long time, especially in human care. They can live 50 plus years. He's hearing all those vibrations. They really react to those. Yeah, they can live a good long time. He's trying to get. He said he had the band. Hold on one sec. Here you go, bud. He also hasn't left the zoo in over a year, so this is his first visit. Yeah.
How many different types of gators are there just around the southeast, around Florida?
We only have American alligators here. We also have the American crocodile in South Florida, but right here in our area, all the way going to Louisiana, we've got American alligators.
Is the difference just if I'm a regular person walking down the street and I see a very large lizard, what would be the difference between a gator and a crocodile for me?
You can tell if you look at Bayou's face here, he's got a really nice rounded snout, and you don't see a lot of crazy gnarly teeth sticking out. That's how you can tell an alligator from a crocodile. It'd be more pointed snout with lots of teeth.
Would I be able to hold the baby gator?
You know, he hasn't had anyone else besides zookeepers and myself hold him. And yeah. You saw it. This is a lot of new stuff, so new people might be a lot.
Wow. That is so awesome.
Yeah,
well, thank you for bringing him here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
This is the Ronald McDonald House Charities float alongside Heavy Pedals. They are rocking it out, jamming it out on that float.
Yeah, and right. Oh yeah, the Heavy Pedals.
But anyways, thank you, Jade, so much for coming out.
Thank you.
I enjoyed seeing the baby gator. I hope Bayou is okay with all of the noise. Thank you so much.
You seem to be doing well. Thank you, guys.
You have a good day.
You too.
this is his first parade that he's marching in. So tell me a little bit about your role with Toys for Tots.
So my role here as a green recruiter is to help facilitate and get the word out about Toys for Tots, as well as to help assist in any type of way, just more so in the community and giving back to our young individuals.
How does it feel to be marching in the parade on this beautiful Friday afternoon?
Honestly, it's amazing. Being able to be out with the community during homecoming, especially during times like this when Corona is such a thing to give back and help out with the community.
And how can people get involved with Toys for Tots?
So the best way to get involved is you want to reach out to your local recruiter, help facilitate and give you information, as well as if you want to Google Toys for Tots, you can get a hold of the local individual that is over the entirety of Toys for Tots for your area.
Well, thank you for all the work that you do. I'll let you get back to the parade, and I'll toss it back to you, Gio and Zoe, at the desk.
UF Surf Club. They have an amazing float. Looks like they even have some natural palm fronds. I can't even believe that.
Yeah, I would love to learn to surf, and honestly, with the weather right now, it would be perfect to just go to the beach and learn to do that.
Surfing, it's one of those things I really would love to do. I feel like I would fall and hurt myself very quickly if that's even possible out in the water. That's how clumsy I am. It is truly a talent to surf, in my opinion. And alongside, they even have a couple people skateboarding, just cheering on the crowd, getting everybody excited. Really love that.
Warehousing Matters, that is a beautiful float. Just obviously gotta love the blue and orange colors. Look, they even gave us the predicted scoreline for the game tomorrow. They make Latin food. It sounds delicious, especially right now. Man, I love these traditional designs.
Yeah, one of the important things with that is, not only do they provide choices for women in their decisions, but above all that is they provide compassion and care with all of their patients. And I think that's really important because that can be a really vulnerable moment sometimes.
And I mean, they do it in such a loving way that you really feel taken care of. So I'm sure that all women out there just very happy and very proud to be part of that.
This float here, Sporting Century Tower, is a Christian organization here on campus. Decked out orange and blue colors, very positive messages alongside their float. Really love it. Looks like they're having a blast out there.
Definitely. Those are all of us. Look at the crowd getting pumped up.
Yeah, that is Gainesville Young Life.
Us with some gator jumps. Oh yeah, jumping up and down, getting lit.
This is Teen Miss Florida. Yeah, she goes out and competes all across the state of Florida, representing, what it truly means to be, an amazing woman. Not only beauty, of course, but, she does interview skills. She has to exhibit, knowledge and compassion, and there's a whole bunch of other components that just go beyond someone being pretty. So, really thank Miss Florida for. This is Independence Studio, repping the white and black. They service pretty much all ages between 4 and 18. They are dancing all along, having just a blast out there.
Yeah, doing those front flips and whatnot, I definitely cannot do that. I can do, I think what you would call a tumble is where you do the rollover, but...
Yeah, I took a dance class when I was younger, but I am nowhere near these skills that they have.
And here's Kappa Sigma, one of the many fraternities, one of the many life fraternities at the University of Florida. They're decked out in their gator gear.
Yeah, Greek life is a very big part of the University of Florida campus. Huge and organization. Gio, look at this.
Is that Abraham Lincoln?
That's what I'm saying.
Driving on top of a Lincoln. I think it's Abraham Lincoln on top of Lincoln.
That is very creative. I don't think I could ever say I've seen that one before, and he is totally into it, totally sending it all the way.
And I think this is the last float of the afternoon. Well, that concludes the parade at the University of Florida. My name is Gio Lambert. Thank you.
And I'm Zoe Robinson. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have had a great time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely get an umbrella. It's about to rain, so yeah, get inside and get an umbrella.
I was a little worried about that, seeing it earlier and seeing some darker clouds, so a little bit of a bummer, the old saying, rain on your parade, and I think that's happening here at the University of Florida.
Nice. You guys have a fantastic day.
Thank you so much once again. You can even see the wind starting to pick up.
Yeah, definitely. It's starting to cool down for sure because